Constantly doing that. What's wrong with you, man? But not a lot of people are on a. These are my boys that I grew up with, right? So it's not a lot of people are versed on the microphone. Yeah. It's like you ever been at a wedding? Yeah, right.
I'm a reverend, so I do a lot of them.
We got a lot to learn here. But okay, so at weddings, you notice that people that aren't familiar with the microphone, it's always put the mic up.
Yeah,
they're doing this.
When the best man's doing the speech,
the best man or the maid of honor.
Right. I love it when they do this and they start their speech and then they're like,
yeah. Well, it's always this, where they turn their head to look and then the mic stays there, right? Yeah. So they'll go. My buddy Darren does that shit all the time. But I just leave it because my boy Darren. I think you met Darren. You met Darren at the bar at Harold's. Yeah. He's the one that fell over.
Oh yeah. I like that guy.
Yeah. Everybody does. Yeah, he's great. He's a great guy. But he'll go. We'll be talking on the mic, and he'll just fucking the microphone will fade over this way. It'll fade that, and he's gonna listen to this, but I'm so interested in his brain. Like, what's happening in that brain of yours? Because what's the response? Because he'll just the mic will fade down. He just fucking disappears. But it makes sense. The wedding stuff is funny to me. The wedding stuff is very funny. But speaking of that, Gizz Lazlo, how you doing, brother?
Not bad. Are we live already? Damn.
We're live.
Yeah.
We're always rolling.
All right.
We're always rolling, man.
Talking about microphone etiquette.
Yeah, that's interesting for people. But I think a lot of people notice that shit where it goes. Drew does that shit too. My boy Drew. Put that mic up, son. What's wrong with you? Can I talk about the weddings with you, though?
Yeah.
Since you're very familiar with weddings.
Yeah, I've done a lot of weddings and funerals.
You're a Reverend.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
It actually just started because one of my really dear friends, she was going to get married. And she was like, I want you to perform the wedding, And I was just like, all right. So I went, I got ordained. And the guy that she was with, they actually ended up breaking up. And then the very first wedding I ever performed was for Dave Diamond and Jennifer Diamond, the singer guitar player for Soul Trash, back in 2010. They actually got married on 10-10-10.
Okay.
So XXX. And it was the very first wedding I performed, and I liked it. And because of that funeral, I started getting more funerals. And then I would say about 6 or 8 years ago, I went to a funeral, and it was a Mexican funeral. Mariachis up in in a Catholic church, and the one thing that caught my attention was that this priest was flown up from Mexico to perform the wedding for my friends, and he brought up a bottle that he designed, and there was a special meaning behind this bottle. And it really intrigued me. Like, I was like, wow, man, what is that story? So after the funeral, after the wedding, same thing.
Freudian slip. Yeah.
But after the wedding, I talked to the priest a little bit, and his take on the bottle was like, it was very interesting. But so I took it a step further, and now for my weddings, I just I have a shit ton of bottles, like wine bottles, beer bottles, liquor bottles, and I keep them. And when a couple ask me, hey, we want you to marry us, then I'll choose a certain bottle that kind of reminds me of them. I'll leave the label on or I take it off. I'll paint it. I put lights in it that you get on Amazon. Little cork lights. And to me, what the bottle represents is that day. So when you take that bottle home, you hide it. It's not to be displayed. And the one thing, I know you probably been through this before. I've been through it many times. When you're in a relationship, the last thing you want to hear is, "We need to talk."
Yeah,
that phrase right there, instantly. You're on the defense. You're already thinking about what you're going to say.
Yeah, I prefer zero talking. Yeah. That's why me and my girl have a great relationship. we just go about our life.
So for me, it irks me. It just pains me.
Yeah.
I heard, one of your your podcast where you're like, I'd rather shoot myself in the fucking head.
That's true.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I hate arguing, but sometimes when you hear that phrase, we need to talk, dude, it's over. It's like, you know, I'm not going to listen because I'm already defending myself. I don't care what I did or didn't do.
Right.
I'm defending myself.
Yeah.
With this bottle, you hide it, and if there's something going on in your relationship, you take out the bottle, you put it on the coffee table, and you turn the lights on. When, you know, you get home, your wife has that bottle on, then you both sit on the couch, you look at that bottle, you take the bottle, you just remember when you got that bottle, what was being done. You were both saying I do. You were both in love.
I like that.
Now, put the bottle down.
Yeah.
Do you really need to have this conversation? If not, turn the light off, take it back to your bedroom, hide it, go to bed, make love. Never happened, you know. But if there is something you need to talk about,
you're making make-up love.
Yeah,
in theory.
But that bottle represents everything that started, you know. So if it doesn't need to be said,
I love that idea. It's a great idea.
So that's what I do with my weddings, and people love it. So I've gotten more weddings because of their, you're the bottle reverend, you know.
Yeah, the bottle reverend.
And so
I love that. So what do you charge? Are you able to say that?
I don't sometimes.
You don't?
You know?
Okay.
Because the weddings that I perform are, I actually, you know, I'm not a psychologist or anything, but I like to get together with the couple, you know, before the wedding. As soon as they ask me, I want to sit down. I want to discuss, you know, your relationship. I want to get to know you both, you know, because usually I know one of them. Yeah. You know, and, you know, if I don't believe in your relationship, I won't do the wedding. Whoa. And I've done that many times. It's like, no.
Interesting.
You know, I'm not going to do it. I believe in love, you know. Yeah. I'm a romantic. I'm a hopeless romantic. You know, I'm shit at relationships. I can't keep a relationship for more than 4 years.
Why would you? Well, 4 years is a good run still.
Yeah.
Now, why would you say that though? Why would you say you're not good in relationships? You get bored quick?
No, not at all. I think women just don't get, because I don't date musicians. I don't date anybody in the industry, actresses or.
Yeah, good. That's important. And they're dumb. Yeah, they're dummies.
And I just, you know, especially before the pandemic, you know, it was just like I toured a lot. Yeah. You know, I would tour, 6-8 months a year, and always making records. You know, and I'm always in more than one band. Yeah. I'm in 3, 4, 5, 6 bands. So my time is very limited, and I love doing music.
Do you like playing in that many bands, or do you feel you're spreading yourself a little thin?
No, I love it because I'm a drummer and I'm a singer. Okay. So it's not like
you're able to remember all the parts. You're able to remember everything.
Yeah, and I'm a hired drummer. So
yeah, because those are some of the things that some of my other buddies that play in a ton of these bands, they just play in a ton of bands, and I go, hey, you're spreading yourself a little thin because you're not doing your best on each project.
I do.
Right. I'm sure you do. That's the first thing that pops in my head when someone's in a lot of bands. I go, are you giving everything to that one band that you're in on? Yeah. I'm sure you are.
I've played shows with 3 different bands on one show.
Yeah. See, that's the shit. That'd be awesome. Yeah. I did that once. I used to play I played in 2 bands, and we'd always be on the same bill. But I played, I sang and played bass in one band, and then played bass in the other band. So it was good. You get a little double duty. Yeah. But the show sucks. Now you got double duty on bad shows. You're like, shit, man, I want to get out of here.
The last time I did it was actually at Harold's place. I played drums twice. I played for my German band, and then I played for my LA band. And I thought I could do it. I was like, yeah, I still got it. I was probably 47 at the time, 48. I was dead at the end of the night playing drums for 2 bands because I'd never done that. Yeah, if I had played drums, there was my singing band that I played between them, just so I could split them up. Yeah, but to play drums back to back,
you were burning, huh?
Yeah, it was like 45-minute sets.
What starts to burn on you? Is it your wrists or your
my hands?
Because was it your hands?
Yeah.
Because if you weren't rehearsing with them all the time, were you?
No,
because there wasn't that muscle memory. Right?
Yeah, and I'm old. I've played drums hard as fuck.
Well, like we were talking earlier, that's no excuse. You're not old.
I'm 51.
Hey, 51's the new 20.
Plus, I'm a cancer survivor. I got diabetes.
Jesus,
you're
busy.
I've been shot
You've been shot.
Divorce.
Divorce is worse than getting shot.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
Where'd you get shot?
In the arm, right here.
During a dispute or
It was
some bullshit?
after a show. It was
Yeah.
Halloween night, 1999, in Corpus Christi, Texas.
Okay.
And some guy,
Good old Texas.
it was a white guy who thought he was black.
Yeah.
You know, he came to the show and did not realize it was a punk rock show. And as soon as we started playing, that pit started. And he thought people were trying to beat him up. So
He just started popping off.
he just went to his car. It was right after our show. He comes back in. Bop, 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 bop.
And there was a white guy?
Yeah.
A little wigger.
Yeah, that's exactly what they called him. I didn't want to say it, but yeah, that's what they were calling him.
I'm from the 90s, man. That's what you call them. They're riggers.
And he just started shooting up the place. 150 people there, and one person got shot. Hello.
Jesus Christ. You were in the pit? You were
No, we were actually outside already starting to put it.
And a
everything
stray
in the
bullet
van.
hit you in the arm.
It was me and my guitar player, and we were standing next to the wall. Our trailer was right back where the back entrance.
You were playing that night?
Yeah, we had just finished playing.
Got it. Yeah.
So we're outside. We're getting just packing up so we can party.
Yeah.
Because we had a huge fan base in Corpus, and all of a sudden stuff was falling on us, and I was like, "What the fuck?" But we thought it was fireworks, firecrackers,
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, people are running. What the fuck? And my guitar player Ike, he goes, "I think somebody's shooting." But he doesn't know us, so why would he be shooting us?
He shot off more than one?
Oh yeah. He kept going back to his car, reloading, coming back.
What the fuck? This dude was on something.
Yeah.
He was on something.
I don't know. He had a 22. That's the one that hit me.
Oh, thank God.
And that bullet went through the trailer, out the trailer, and then hit my arm.
22 went through.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It actually went through we had my bass player's cap hanging in.
Yeah.
Because he would always take it off and, okay, this is, how we remember all my gear is in. When I put my hat back on, all my gear is in the van, or in the trailer.
Yeah.
So that means my stuff is okay.
Right.
That was his little thing. But no, he
It's a
had
good move. No, it's a great move.
He had a little bullet hole right through the fucking.
Does he still have that cap?
Yeah, I think so.
He should, man. That's kind of awesome and kind of. Did you have to have surgery on that arm?
I went to the hospital and they just rubbed the shit out of it.
Was there a slug in there?
No, it just bounced off.
So
it just hit me and bounced off.
Wow. Thank God it was a 22 though, man.
And then they gave me a tetanus shot on the other arm, so both of my arms were dead, and I was the drummer singer on that tour.
Oh no! You run away with your fucking arms like this.
Oh man, I couldn't even lay down.
Yeah,
in the van.
What are the odds? Do you think about this? What are the odds that you got at that bullet that just took off? It hit you.
Yeah.
Out of everything.
Yeah.
Do you think about that?
Yes, I do.
Do you think why you got hit with it?
The band that I was in was Gizz Lazlo's place.
Okay.
And back in 1990, when we started the band, I was the original drummer for the band. In 1992, I was diagnosed with cancer. So I was just like, I can't play drums for a year. I got to take care of it. 8 months of chemo, 2 surgeries later.
Oh, you had to do all the chemo, man.
Oh, yeah, 8 months. Lost every single fucking hair on my body.
Oh, bro.
Eyelashes.
What do you look like with no hair?
Dude, like Uncle Fester. Uncle Feaster. Theo Feaster.
Were you looking at yourself like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I imagine the mental health, the mental capability you have to do, not only to have cancer, never mind that, the chemo, and to believe that chemo is going to do its job.
To be honest, I was what, 20 at the time, 20 when I got diagnosed. I was in the hospital after my second surgery on my birthday, my 21st birthday, and I had 62 staples that run through my chest and all the way down to my stomach, and
that was the
that they had to take my lymph nodes out, so they had to cut a rib out and go through there. But this is 1992, so they have a lot of really good surgeries. Now.
Hold on real quick. Will you explain the lymph node to me real quick? Lymph node.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. To be honest, I have really no idea what the fuck they do, but I know for me, since they had removed mine from my right side, that my temperature runs very hot. So I sweat. I remember that a year after my surgery, if it was hot outside, I was cold. I needed to have a jacket on or a hoodie. But if it was cold outside, I was burning up. I was just sweating. It was just the opposite, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever the weather was, I was the opposite, and it sucked. 8 months of that shit, and my feet were very sensitive. My hands were very sensitive. Like I had to wear, you know, sandals or slippers or shoes. I could not walk, you know, on anything barefoot because it hurt. And then again, my hands, you know, they were just numb. Sticks would fly out. And,
You know, I dated a girl named Heidi. She passed. She passed from cancer in the lymph node, and that was a long. Now she passed when we were broken up, but anytime it's funny. I still don't know what the lymph node is, even though I dated her, and that was she had. I didn't know she had cancer when we hooked up, and then we started to like each other. She had cancer. Not that would have made a difference. If people were like, "Fuck you," what? You makes a difference, bitch. But yeah, she was cool, man. But yeah, she'd be on a ton of painkillers. Like that. Did it hurt? Did it really hurt? Because she would feel it in the neck here. She said a lot, the pain.
Again, this was 20, 30 years
And I guess
ago,
it depends
so.
on how it. Yeah, she didn't. I don't think she didn't do chemo or anything like that.
Yeah, 8 months of chemo. It was hard, man.
Wow.
I would be 2 weeks in, 1 week out. 2 weeks in, like literally 14 days in the hospital at City of Hope in Duarte, and then I'd be home for 7 days and then go back. But during those 7 days, I think I went once or twice a week just to get my shot and come home.
Yeah, and during chemo, chemo is a shot.
Yeah,
but you're hooked up to a
machine,
intravenous IV, right?
And you're there for about an hour or two. And
right
when I was in the hospital, it was every night, and I remember it was like right around when Letterman was on.
Okay,
so about 11:30.
Yeah,
they would give you my chemo session. And I'd sit there, and
so every time you watch Letterman, you're like, "Ah, fuck you."
No, to be honest with you, I think cancer was different for me because, obviously I'm 20, 21 years old at the time, and I've been a punk rocker since I was fucking,
but you're 21, man.
15 years old. But
yeah,
I looked at it as like, fuck, I'm going through this. I'm gonna have a ride. I got stoned every day. And so the chemo never made me throw up. So
do you think that's because of the weed?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fuck.
I am.
So
100% sure about it.
Are they giving that to people? Are they?
I guess now.
I imagine they are. But
92. This was not
all these years.
I have a great story.
Please.
Okay. So this is probably summer of 92, and I'm going through my chemo, and I'm in the hospital, and my best friend, bass player Steve from Gizz Lazlo's place and For Sale, him and my buddy Carl, who was the drummer for Bad Samaritans at the time, they came to visit me, and they were like, "Hey man, you want to go outside?"
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, sure. So we go outside and we go to what is our tour van. And they had the bong in there, and I'm hooked up to IVs always, So I take my little tree out there. I got my robe on, so my butt showing, and walk out to the parking lot. I get in the van, and I'm just smoking bong hits, and I didn't hear my tree ringing because one of my bags was running low. And those, I don't know if anybody knows this, but at least at City Hope, those trees have GPS on them. So it was pinging. So the nurses were like, "We don't know where he is."
Wait, hold on. Oh, I see. Gotcha. My bad. Gotcha. I'm with you.
Security and my doctor come out, and they're following it, and it's pinging and pinging and pinging, and they open the van door, and I'm like,
Snoop Dogg ride.
My doctor's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, I just smoking a bong, and then it's a 3-foot bong, graphics, and he's like, "Dude, you got to get inside," and so I was like, "All right, fuck," So they caught me.
They didn't get mad at you.
No, not at all, not at all. But
mad.
He was just like, he started talking to me about it. And he goes, "I did not know you smoked marijuana," and he goes, "How does that make you feel?" And I go, "Well, how long have I been on chemo?" And a certain amount of time. And I'm like, "Oh, well, I've never vomited, never thrown up, never puked, from this." And he goes, "Well, maybe there's something to it, so, just keep doing what you're doing. Just
dummies.
Keep doing it, because I want to see how this does for you."
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, another story, when I had my 62 staples, I got out, I was, the day I got out from that surgery was the day that the LA riots started.
Jeez.
You know, remember back in 92?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're 10 years younger than me, so
I was 11.
So
Yeah.
I was 21, and we were driving home, and that week that I was out, I was like, you know, right around the corner from my house was this guy, the Ink Slinger. I can't remember his name anymore, but he had tattooed my Peter Criss tattoo, my neck tattoo, and I was like, dude, I want to get my elbow done, you know, my forearm and my elbow. So he starts, you know, tattooing me. I had a white T-shirt on, and I didn't tell him anything, you know, and because I hadn't started chemo yet. This is right after my second surgery. Mm-hmm. So I got my hand on his knee, and he's tattooing it. But every time he hit the elbow, he would, what the fuck is that? So he tells his, you know, secretary, whatever they call her, you know, and she's, turn off the lights. So they turn off the lights, and every time he would touch it, he would see like a blue light emanating from my shirt, my white T-shirt.
Okay.
He's like, what the fuck is that?
What are you, Iron Man? Yeah.
So he lifts up my shirt and he's like, dude, did you just have surgery?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not supposed to tattoo you. And I went, dude, if I'm going to die, I want to die inked. You know? Yeah. So just finish the goddamn tattoo. So he finishes the tattoo. You know, the next week I go back to the hospital, you know, finish, you know, my checkup and everything. And I don't know if you've ever had staples, but when you have staples, they put these little like strips of like.
I, my friend, definitely have.
Oh yeah, you've had knee surgery.
I have 12 knee surgeries and a knee replacement. So I definitely have
a lot of praying.
A lot of there's a lot of mechanics that goes on in this left leg here. a lot of foreign pieces.
So I have all these pieces like tape, you know, those little things, you know. And as you're healing, they fall off. Well, most of them had fallen off. And the doctor's like, you know, this is like a 3-week healing process. And a week?
Yeah.
You know, what the fuck is going on? So he looks and he figures out. He's like, wait, did you just get tattooed? Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. So, well, I want to die inked. You know?
Yeah.
And he's just like, he starts thinking about it. He goes, I think because of those sparks going, it cauterized it.
Wow.
It made you heal quicker because you're just about healed. Your incision is, you know, looking really good way too quick.
Huh. Well, you know, I haven't heard that you can't get tatted.
Well, this is back in 1992 again.
Huh. So they were just making that shit up, or
I probably just didn't know. You know.
Well, I imagine
nothing was researched.
Well, I mean, I imagine if you you just get surgery, you're on antibiotics, but I don't see how that would make a problem. Maybe because they didn't want any foreign stuff, any more needles.
Yeah.
Getting in on you while you're trying to heal up another area, maybe. But no one ever said that because when I was going through my knee surgeries, I was tattooing myself still. So I'd be, you know, they'd see all these. They go, I don't remember this. I go, yeah, man, I threw that one in there. You know, I was just lying in bed, still got my machines, man. You know, but yeah, I guess that was a thing. I guess you couldn't get tatted, but that makes sense, you know, because they didn't know. Plus,
it wasn't like they outright told me
ink was different back then too. You know, things were different. Yeah,
they were just like, you shouldn't have done that.
Okay,
but then it was just like, wait a minute, this has never happened before in my experience. So there's something to it.
What was illuminating though?
It was the arc from the electricity going through the staples. So it would go.
Whoa, really?
Every time you hit my elbow, for some reason, it would.
What a
spark would go down, and it tickled. You know, it's like when you grab a Those,
did you think it was just the nerves hitting? Because you know when you're getting tatted, like a nerve somewhere else will hit.
I wasn't really thinking about anything. You know,
Yeah.
again, I was high. I was trying to get tattooed.
Right.
You know, for me, I don't know about anybody else in the fucking world. I don't know anybody's mind except mine. But you know, it was just a weird experience to be going through anyway. You know, you're 20 years old. You know, I was a fucking alcoholic, drug addict, just a violent piece of shit before cancer. Cancer changed my life. It made me actually, as soon as I got through it, it was like, I need to focus on something. I've always done music. I've been doing music since I was 14 years old. And here I am, 21, and I've never really done anything. I made a couple of records. I've been on a couple of tours, but I've never really done anything with this, you know? It was more about, meeting somebody. You know, then it was about the music. Now it was about the music. Really? I want to tour. I want to see the fucking world. I want to be on the road. I want to make good records. I want to go into a recording studio, not some guy's, fucking 4-track or 8-track.
Those old Tascams, man,
Yeah,
with the little tape on it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, little cassette tape.
Yeah.
May I ask why do you say you were an alcohol piece of shit? Why do you say that? Were you, or you just being a kid?
I didn't drink. I didn't do drugs. I didn't smoke until I was 18. Until I moved out of my parents' house.
I like until I was 18.
Because I moved.
Well,
out.
I mean, I'm thinking
my mom and dad never have touched drugs. My dad's,
Yeah.
He's not an alcoholic. He's, had his, fill of alcohol, but he's always been an athlete and a hard worker.
Yeah.
For me, out of respect, and I was a Christian punk, when I was a teenager, so I was a straight edge. I didn't want to touch any of that stuff.
So you went straight edge.
I was straight edge,
to boozing.
Yeah.
See,
but the reason I did it, though,
you got to get into that good music, though. You got to get
the reason I started doing
strife.
drugs was because during high school I had a girlfriend, and we were together for 3 years. And at the end of our relationship, she was doing speed with a singer for the band that I was in, and I guess they were, fucking or whatever. But they were off together, hanging out when I wasn't around. And I found out that, one day she was crying. And she was like, "You didn't even know what I'm going through. I'm on drugs, and you can't even, tell." And blah blah blah. I was like, "No, I can't."
Good boy.
And that fucking broke my heart.
That did okay.
Like, well, fuck, I lost my girlfriend of 3 years because not for a better dick. It was because he had drugs. And it did something to me to where when I turned 18, I was just like, I moved out of my parents' house, moved in with 2 of my friends.
I would have to say,
and
you dodged the bullet on that one.
Yeah, oh yeah. But for me, it was about like one of my roommates. He did everything, and it was the first time I tried heroin. It was the first time I tried speed, coke, acid. It was the first time I tried every drug. But it was just like I never said no because I wanted to know what the feeling was and what those when you're talking to
what
somebody,
the hype is, or,
no, when you're talking to somebody, because this is somebody I loved.
How they're looking at you when
they're acting
when they're on it.
Yeah, I want to know what that's feeling like. So, like, say me and you are hanging out.
Yeah, but you won't know. You know why? Because everybody's makeup is different when it comes to the chemicals. The chemical makeup is different. Just like,
but when somebody's high.
Sure,
when somebody's when when somebody's
there's
on
a
speed,
basic. You're right. Yeah,
when somebody's on coke, you're just like, and that's what I wanted to know. I wanted to know when I was talking to somebody, are they fucking with me, or are they on drugs, or because everybody's capable of fucking you over. Because I have a 3 rule, 3-strike rule. If you can fuck me over the first time, you can fuck me over twice, but the third time, you're out of my fucking life forever. I'm never gonna trust you.
I give you the 2.
Nah,
you get the 2.
I'm a baseball guy.
Because that's 3 strikes. You get the the first time fuck you, the second time fuck me. That's my fault. You get me again, that's my fault.
Yeah. To me, there's always that third time because some people are stupid.
I feel that.
And
I guess it depends what the offense is.
And
what
you warn them twice. And,
what the offense
but
is.
after the third time, it's like, okay, now you're just taking advantage of the situation.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
Yeah, or you're a fucking dummy. But I mean, especially what I learned throughout the years of, because I'm an old man.
I'm gonna slap the shit out of you, and then you'll be an old man.
Because it's cut the fat. You got to cut the fat. Everybody, if they're taking away from your life, if they're taking away anything, if they're time wasters, got to go. Yeah. Everybody's got to go.
Absolutely.
And that took me a while to figure out. Because why are you keeping these the time wasters, these succubuses in your life? And it took me a long time. I mean, it almost took me like till a few years ago, really, to just be like, hey, man. And I did this. This was just recently. The person may be listening. But where I go, hey, man, we had a good run, but I'm going to say goodbye to you. And the look on his face, like, what? I go, I can't have it.
That was the line?
I can't have it. Yeah, I go, I'll take you wherever you want to go right now, but I'm saying goodbye to you forever.
Yeah. It's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Because I've done it to many people in my life.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm never going to say his name again. I mean, there are people that I've met because it's a very common white boy name. And
Chad.
Almost.
Oh, I'm close. I won't guess.
Same letter to start, but he was my best friend.
Yeah.
You know, we started a band together,
Yeah.
and he knows. And anybody who's listening, they know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And there are people that I've met since him, and because they tell me, "Oh yeah, my name's," I'm like, "What's up, C-boy? What's up, whatever?" But I won't say the name
Because it burnt you.
Yeah, it hurts, man. I mean, we were together for fucking 30 years.
There is a feeling, and in fact, I'm getting that feeling now. As you're talking about it, I'm getting a goosebump. I'm getting a feeling in my body because there's something that hurts. So if you grew up together, or and then all of a sudden, like, why would you do that? And I feel some of it is sabotage. They're sabotaging because being your friend,
brother,
being your brother, that now they have a job to do. Mm-hmm. They have to be loyal. They have to be respectful. They have to do all these things, and they're not willing to do that. And I think that's what, if I've tried to think about it, like, why would he do this to me? And I think he's purposely sabotaging. And if I'm speaking personally, he wanted a fight, because that's usually how it'd be. I'd be fucking this dude up right now. But now I'm older, it's worse now. It's worse because I say goodbye.
Yeah.
There's no drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, goodbye.
I could either hurt you physically.
Yeah, which is what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I can hurt you spiritually, emotionally.
Well, it's the worst. Yeah.
And never speak to you again.
Yeah.
And there has been twice where, I swallowed my pride, gave him a call. We did 2 reunion shows, and it was like more of the same bullshit.
Yeah.
For one of the shows, he just fucking sat down because he took over the band after I left.
Yeah.
I quit. And then, 3 or 4 or 5 years later.
If you guys never played in a band together, me and Tony from the Rockets, shout out to Tony from the Rockets. Hey, but what we were talking about, what is it about, if you never played in that band with your boy here, would you guys still be boys, you think? Or did the band throw a riff?
No. He's the same person, whether it be music or just.
Did you guys have riffs outside of the
no,
band?
I just know what type of person he is, because there was a certain thing he did in his life that he lied to all of us in the band about, and then after he was out of my life, and there was a person that was a common thread between us. That person told me what really happened, and it was just like, motherfucker, this guy lied to us about this. All of us. It wasn't just me.
Are you feeling that right now?
Yeah.
As you're saying it?
Yeah. And because this person that I'm talking about that was a common thread, she's passed away.
Oh, it was a female.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
see, that changes everything in my mind. Okay.
And everything that she told me about it, their relationship was just like a bunch of bullshit. He was the aggressor. He was the just. No, I can't say it.
Yeah.
He was a piece of shit. Of a human being, not just a man, a human being.
Right.
And I have no tolerance for that. And
right. Did something in his life, do you feel like he was always a piece of shit, or just something throughout life made him become disloyal, dishonest?
I don't know. Maybe he was always that. Maybe he was always that. We just didn't see it. Because he was a great liar. He's a great manipulator. I mean, he was a fucking charismatic
They all
person.
are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it, right?
Yeah. And he could tell you, he could tell you a story. Yeah. And at the end, you were just like, dude, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my God. The whole time it was the other way around.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for you. I should have felt sorry for the other person that I hate.
Yeah. Yeah. And those people will always tell you they love you too. They love to say that a lot. Right.
And it sucks because like everybody that I met through him, I don't trust, because it's like, well, if you're friends with him, he might be the same fucking way.
Yeah, good point.
Especially the best friends and the people that have been with him since the beginning. It's just like, if I'm going to get rid of this person, then I might as well just get rid of this whole fucking slice of pie over here, because I don't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, get rid of that. Get rid of all that nonsense.
And to be honest, like, all those friends, I never really considered my friends. They were his friends.
Yeah.
They maybe they came to the shows and bought the records and the T-shirts, but I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Right. As long as we've been doing this shit, I've been doing this shit for over 30 years. To have a dozen people that
you have definitely seen plenty of people come and go, and there's a common trait that a lot of these folks have, And what I'm going to give one label, and it's the disloyal group of folks. They all seem to have the same trait, and it's just mannerisms. It's communication. Sorry about our bad communication that we had during the show. But it is. You can tell within communication, like the communication is off. Mm-hmm. Things are off. And that's a common trait I've noticed. And I've said this, my girls see me. I've said this. I've seen you before. I know you. I want no part of that. I know you, man. Yeah. You know?
Oh, when you meet somebody new?
Even somebody new.
Yeah. When you shake their hand or you look in their eye and you're like, I know you.
Or already. The talking, or I go, I know you. Yeah, I know you. Yeah. Or chicks. I know chicks, man. I know crazy ass bitches. I got one in my family, man. Woo. And I see the trait of my my older sister, not my younger. My older sister's a homeless lady now. You know, she's crazy as fuck, but she sucks. She sucks, right? And I know that face. I know it, so I get rid of it like that, man. So I don't even play anymore. Now, easier said than done. I have been duped. Still, I've been duped, but I cut it quick. It gets quick. It gets quick.
Yeah. I again, fuck. I don't know what it is about me, but
you must trust though. All I'm saying, what I'm saying right now, almost sounds like I'm fucking in my house by myself and shit, But we still must trust. Yeah. It's good to trust.
Don't shoot yourself in the fucking head. That's all I ask.
What'd you say?
Don't shoot yourself in the fucking head.
Nah.
Not while I'm here.
No.
I think the same thing though. When I heard that podcast about you, like, no, you know what? Every time I get in, I don't want to argue. I don't want to argue. I just want to shoot myself in the fucking head.
Yeah, dude.
As soon as I heard that, I was driving. I was like, oh my god.
Right.
I've known you for fucking 20 or 10 years at least, and but we've never hung out. We've never gotten personal or anything. Right. But listening, to episode, 52 to 66, I listened to all your podcasts, and I was just like, holy fuck, he and I think a lot alike.
Yeah.
Like I got a question for you. All right.
Go ahead, please.
Now, I know you've probably been in several bands, throughout your career. For me, the one thing that I've always instilled in any band that I'm in, whether I started it or I join it, is that, like especially for the bands that I've co-founded or founded, is that the reason you're in this band is because I believe in you, I believe in your talent, and I believe that the five of us, the four of us, the three of us, whether it be a trio, or four guys or five guys, without one of us, this band is shit. Mm-hmm. With the five of us, we make great music together. But without one of us, that dynamic is going to change. The sound is going to change. And so don't think just because I'm the singer, that my fucking ego is, huge, and I can do this without you, because I can't. Mm-hmm. I need everybody in this band to make us what we are. Especially with Gizz Lazlo's place. It was just like the five of us, we have magic. Mm-hmm. When we're on stage together, studio together, rehearsal studio, or just fucking hanging out, it's magic. Mm-hmm. And, the certain person I'm talking about, he just didn't see that. He always thought it was like, well, it's always about you. It's always about you. It's always about you. Well, because I'm the fucking guy doing the fucking podcast. I'm the guy doing the interviews. I'm the guy booking the shows.
Selling the merch.
Yeah. I'm the guy. My fans mean everything to me. My friends mean everything to me. Mm-hmm. And when I get off that stage, I want to be within the crowd, and anybody who wants to talk to me and goes, dude, that song you wrote? That means the fucking world to me, and I just want to thank you for that. I was there to hear it. Where were you?
Yeah.
Trying to get a fucking beer pussy.
A little beer pussy.
Yeah.
Little beer sniz. Yeah.
To me, like when we started going on tour, the second time we could come through it, pull into a town. How the fuck you that many people? Mm. We were just here once. Well, the last time we were here, I was talking. Mm-hmm. And where were you? Dude, don't put this on me.
Yeah.
Where the fuck were you?
Yeah.
You were talking to one person while I was talking to 20, 30. Mm-hmm. And then the second time we come through town, there's 40, 50, because they brought, everybody that I met brought another person. Mm-hmm. But the third time we go through that town, we're the fucking headliner.
Yeah.
Don't come at me like, I did something wrong.
Yeah.
You know, I believe in our music. Now you think because you're my co-songwriter, because you wrote some songs.
You wrote a lick.
Yeah. You think you get that much more respect or whatever the fuck? No.
Yeah.
No. The loyalty is to the music.
Yeah.
And to each other. Not, oh, well, fucking 10 more people than me, fuck you. No, I'm going to fuck you over.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to start sabotaging this. Mm-hmm. No, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah. I've seen it.
And once somebody leaves the band, again, the dynamic changes.
Yeah.
Now you got to get used to it. It's like I've always equated it to being in a Mormon marriage.
Okay.
You're married to 4 guys.
Specifically Mormon. Okay, that's right. Got it.
Because they always have more than one wife.
Got it. Yeah.
So you're on the road. This is a marriage. Mm-hmm. We support each other. We're out there. It's not all, one me against the world. It's all for one for all.
Right.
We're the 5 musketeers, 4 musketeers, 3 musketeers, whatever the fuck, but we're out there together. Mm-hmm. When one person doesn't believe in that and they think, oh, my talent is better, or because I do this, it's better. Why? Mm-hmm. Who paid for all this shit?
Do you think somebody's chirping little birdies in their ear a little bit, maybe, or do you think it's jealousy? Or,
now I know it is. The person he's with now is just like, you were the talent.
There was a little birdie.
Time,
There was a little birdie. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
You and your cunt.
Well, God forbid. Oh, you got to go out and play some music. Oh, what a hard life you got to.
Dude,
what a hard thing you got to do.
I was in a band once with a guy, and he was like, all right, we're going on tour. We're going to be playing a show. Can you tell your old lady yet? No. Why? I'm going to wait till the last minute. Why? I'd rather have one night of hell and listen to it than, however many weeks.
Jeez.
And I was like, fuck, dude. And I was married at the time, so I was like, my wife knew, while I was planning it. Like, we would look at the calendar. I go, okay, well, do we have any plans around here? Or any special events? Because I always tried to, make that, like, I don't want to miss anybody's birthday, anniversary, whatever, But, I was the one booking everything, and I would ask everybody, is there a time, that you want to be home, No. And, one of the guys was like, yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, and then he's got to deal with the wife. Yeah. With the wife. Look, you got to dump that wife. Yeah. If that wife's going to be a problem.
We're still together.
Look, everyone's got a different thing. But I'm just saying, if my girl was like, I don't want you, I'd be like, what'd you just say? Yeah. I'm going to do whatever I want. What's wrong with you? Yeah. But my girl's a musician also, so, but it's still, I've never understood that where the girl, or can I bring my girl with me, like, on tour with us? Wait, what? The answer is no.
Yeah.
No.
Have you ever been in a tour van? It smells like socks, beer, and shame.
She is gonna hate everything about this tour. Yeah. It's not fun. It's not cool. No. It's not.
Have you toured Europe?
I mean, it's fun for me. No, I haven't.
No,
but it's not fun for her.
My ex-wife. Her issue was, I've toured more in Europe. I've toured 17 times in Europe, 8 times in America, 4 times in fucking Canada, and
I'd love to get over to Europe.
And twice in Mexico, but. For her, it was just like, you always go to Europe. You're always in Europe. You're always, you get to see this, you get to see that. Not really. I get to see it from a fucking window traveling by it. I've been to the Eiffel Tower and saw it, and I hated it.
Yeah.
My most recent lady, I've told her, I would love to take you to Europe because I want to go see everything again. I want to see the Eiffel Tower and appreciate it. I want to go to Venice and see the canals. I want to go to Berlin and see the little bit of the wall that's left. But I want to share it with you because I've never gotten to share that with anybody.
Yeah.
Because
ultimately, when you are on the road, the idea is
it's working.
Get your money, get to the next spot.
Yeah.
Make sure you make enough to get to the next spot. Try to do a little promoting or whatever you got to do to, at that time when I was touring a lot, there was no promoting on the phone. That's how long ago it was. But I mean, anyone that wants to bring their girls along, it sucks for chicks and relationships, unless you guys are seasoned in that world.
Yeah.
But it definitely sucks, man.